Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Michael Hartley with Action Coach. What needs to pivot in my business, kickstart your day, get you refocused, because business is changing daily right now.
Good day and welcome to what needs to be prepared in our business for it to sprint. I'm Dr. Michael Hartley. I'm a non-medical type of doctor. I operate on business, and today's topic is you. We are going to be focused specifically on you and your fixed or your growth mindset. You see, when we start to look at how our minds process things, it's really pretty straightforward to understand that we as business owners must have a growth mindset. And there are some critical elements that kind of tie into understanding which side of that coin we tend to fall on, and then which areas we need to then improve upon. So when we look at a fixed mindset, the first thing we're going to look at is a fixed mindset says that qualities are set in place. A fixed mindset says that, I'm unable to shift anything that I perceive to be true today. It is the way it is, and it'll always just be that way. Where a growth mindset says that qualities, beliefs, values, dreams, they can all expand. So when we have a fixed mindset, the law of vacuum kicks in, where things will grow to the size that we allow it to. Meaning, we talked about this last week, which was when you give yourself 2 weeks to accomplish a task, it's going to take you more or less the 2 weeks. If you gave yourself 2 hours, you'd most likely be able to do it, making sure that it's achievable in that time frame. Well, our mindset starts everything. And so when we look at our mindset, when we say that it's unable to expand, guess what? It won't. Simply, it won't. If we don't tell it that it's allowed to and that we want it to and that it can, it won't. And so we start with just saying, no, it is what it is. And guess what? You will forever plateau. You will never implement that Kaizen principle from the Japanese, constant improvement, because you believe that it is just the way it is. Fixed mindset says that scarcity in knowledge and accomplishments and results are what we must focus on. That we have a scarcity of knowledge. Well, I can only learn so much, or I'll never be good at that. We have a scarcity in what we've accomplished, and not really looking back and saying, well, what have I done? I should not compare myself to those who have been in the game for 20 years more than I have. As an example, I should compare myself to what the goals and dreams I have, and then push myself to go achieving them. Again, it's the difference between a run away from goal and a run towards goal. Fixed mindset has a scarcity around results. Well, it'll always be what it's always been. Where a growth mindset can come in and says, today, this point right here, today is just a starting point. It's not the destination. It's a starting point. Today, wherever I'm at right now, is a starting point. It's not the destination. And when I understand that, and I say, okay, what do I need to change in me? What do I need to shift? What do I need to focus on? What do I need to grow in me? Then the results can start to kick in, because then what I do and how I do it will change over time. A fixed mindset says consistently, I need confirmation. A fixed mindset is one that says, well, if others aren't telling me how good I am, I must be failing. People don't need to tell you how good you are. Look internally. You are all the motivation that you need when you choose it. If you choose not to, then you are going to need external confirmation. And when you choose it, you're all the confirmation you need. Look at what you're doing. Look at the activities you're doing. Look at your mindset. Look at the results you're getting, and then make adjustments accordingly. A growth mindset says, stick to growth no matter what. Even when I get knocked down, I'm going to consistently focus on getting back up. Denzel Washington said it best. Get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. A growth mindset is what leads to the greatest individuals in any industry, regardless if that is in the entertainment industry, regardless if that's in the manufacturing industry, in the sports industry, in the service-based industry, in retail industries, in entrepreneurship. Those who are consistent and consistently focused on saying, no matter how many times I get knocked down, I'm getting back up. I'm going to be the only motivation I ever need. So that way I am not dependent on somebody else's mindset, on somebody else's actions. I can control me. I can control what happens up here. And so that is what I'm going to focus on. You see, when you have a growth mindset, you're able to shift in a different way. So what are those areas that you need to shift in? Then we get into the second set of going from a fixed mindset into a growth. You see, a fixed mindset says that nothing started, nothing to lose. Well, if I don't even begin, I can't lose. Versus the growth mindset that says, I am seeking that challenge. I'm gonna go find it. You know, growing up, I'm not the tallest person in the world, and I was a complete year, 12 months younger than everybody in my class. So maturity-wise, mentally, physically, I was a year behind everybody. And so when it came to all of school, academic side and gym sports side, it was an uphill climb. And I loved it. I loved the fact that I was playing against individuals who were a year older than me, taller than me, mentally more mature than me. It pushed me to be great. It pushed me to play amongst people who were consistently better than me at whatever we were doing. It pushed me to find that challenge and go, how do I win? How do I need to change what I'm doing to be able to succeed greater than others? It's been built into who I am. Build it into who you are. Consistently hang around with people who are more successful than you, so it pushes you to find greatness. It's not about comparison. Let me make that point very clear. I was not comparing myself to individuals who were a year older than I was. I was saying, what do I need to do to properly compete with them? So that way I can win. So that way I can score if it was a sport, or get better grades if it was the academic side. I was not comparing myself saying, oh, well, they're doing this, so I need to do that. No, it was saying, I'm pushing myself against those who are better than me to make me rise to the occasion. A fixed mindset says, if at first you don't succeed, then you probably don't have the right skill set. I mean, like, let's be honest. If at first you don't succeed, I don't have the ability to do it then. That's a fixed mindset. Versus a growth mindset is, I am dying to figure this out. At the age of 18, I was in charge of a multi-million-dollar video system with over 50 people reporting to me. And it was a video system that was used in a live setting. And so guess what happens when you're in a live setting and things go wrong? You're live. You're in front of thousands of people. You must understand that troubleshooting in the moment is the only path forward. You can't just say, well, I guess, we'll fix it in the next, 3 weeks. No, you are live. You are in the moment. And so a growth mindset takes that mindset and takes it to all of life and say, I am dying to figure this out. I'm dying to figure out, as somebody who, was 5 foot something and a year younger than everybody else, how do I figure out how to score in basketball when they keep blocking me over and over and over again? In academics, straight C student, how do I figure out how to learn? That then leads me to the fact that I have 2 master degrees and a PhD. How do I go figure this thing out? That is a growth mindset. A fixed mindset says failure is a setback. A growth mindset says failure is the first step forward. Failure If I'm not failing, that means I'm not growing. If I'm not failing, then I'm not participating. You see, the only way to fail is to not participate. When we look at the game called business, the only failure is the failure to not participate. So be all in. Make that choice. That will allow you to move forward. At the end of the day, what is your after? What does the after of all of this look like for you? Only you can choose that. Only you can choose to have a mindset that says, I am going to go get after this. I am choosing to have a growth mindset versus scarcity, versus fixed. Only you can make that choice. It is your choice to make. Focus on your character, your heart, and having the mindset of a champion. Focus on your character, your heart, and having the mindset of a champion. Choose to be there already. You'll start seeing the way you think and the actions you take start to shift just based off of that. I'm Dr. Michael Hartley. I'm here to elevate your business and enhance your lifestyle. Focus this week on having a growth mindset, and then identify what you need to do to get one step closer to having a growth mindset all the time. It's not about having it once. It's about what do I need to do in a systems-based approach in my daily routine to make sure it's always there. Make it a good one.